Hi, my name is Magnus, and today I would like to talk about depression, specifically how to fight it as someone that suffers with depression. But before that, I would like to first um, kind of apologize for not uploading this video before. I had made a video like 2 months ago, and the audio was wrong. There was actually no audio for some reason, and I got very frustrated. And because of work stress and family stress and chronic illness, I was unable to make the video again and upload it. And I'm sorry because of that, but I'm so uh, grateful, I guess, because somehow there's more people subscribing. I don't know why, but thank you very much. And I hope that the information that I give it's useful to you or to someone you care at least a little bit. So, as I have said in the previous video, I'm not a therapist or a professional. I have experience and some knowledge, but I do hope this video will be of help. There's many ways to prevent falling into a depressive spiral. There's ways to cope during an episode or crisis. There's methods to recover after a bout of it. Not all options will work for everyone, and not all the options that work will work in the same way with everyone, because we are all different. But I do strongly suggest, for you to try all the ones that you can, all the options as much as you can, and don't disregard them just because they seem ridiculous or useless. Just try them out. So let's start. Number 1, hydration. It sounds obvious to some, but many don't take it as seriously as they should. Dehydration can cause multiple symptoms like dizziness, nausea, confusion. It can also exacerbate symptoms of fatigue, insomnia, irritability, among other physical illnesses like gastritis. So make sure to drink a glass of water. You can make it a hot beverage or a cold refreshment. Just take a sip of water slowly to calm you down, or just to refresh yourself and hydrate yourself. There's no need to go on full 8 glasses of water a day. Just try it one at least, and you can increase it from there if you like. Now, the best times to drink water are after waking up and before meals. Try maybe using a cup you like, a water bottle you prefer, or maybe if you don't really drink just plain water, try using sweeteners but not sugar, and try to minimize those. Second, keep a good diet. Nutrition can affect the correct function of your body in many ways, which can be the cause or increase symptoms of fatigue, insomnia, irritability, etc. Anemia can cause or worsen overall aches, pains, headaches, lack of energy, nausea, etc. It can also cause or increase other illnesses like diabetes, gastritis, high blood pressure, among others. That, as chronic illnesses, might affect your health in general and cause depression, anxiety, stress, etc. on their own. It can also play on behalf of your dysphoria, since drastic physical changes might accentuate areas you don't feel comfortable about, or delay or pause your medical transition, since not all doctors will approve a surgery, procedure, or treatment if your heart, liver, kidney, or on any other part of your body is not in good conditions. Now, make sure there's at least 2 meals a day and make them as nutritious as possible. Avoid spicy food that could upset your stomach. Caffeine can be very detrimental, so don't drink it excessively. And definitely avoid alcoholic beverages, especially since they have been proven to worsen and even trigger a depressive crisis, panic attacks, among other mental, emotional, and behavioral illnesses. Alcohol is basically a depressant. Well, the same with many drugs, actually. So, if you struggle with your appetite, try different things, try maybe simple things, at least like a banana or sweet potato. But if it fails, continues failing, don't stop searching the help from a dietitian or a nutritionist or a general doctor. There might be other illnesses that are causing you to struggle with your eating, or just with your nutrition on its own. Maybe you are not absorbing nutrients the way you should. If the struggle is economic, um, try researching blogs and videos and places in your area. Make a list of the things you eat now and compare it to what is best for you, and mark down those you can change for something healthier. There's again many blogs and pages where they discuss real ways to deal with a good diet when having a low budget. Of course, treating yourself something sweet or special is not a bad thing, just as long as you make it a treat and not an everyday thing, and obviously not in huge quantities. I mean, diabetes is a problem because of unfortunately because normally you abuse your body. And if you can make it a reward, that will boost your motivation to wake up earlier, or to do exercises, or to finish your homework, or to drink a glass of water. Something that I do is that I use this a water bottle, and if I finish half of it, I can have 2 sips of soda. I really like soda, so that sip feels wonderful. And right now, I'm drinking 4 glasses of water a day. You can also make treats healthier by opting for other options that don't have additional sweeteners or sugars, or they're not fried, stuff like that. Number 3, shower. Take a shower. You might not want to, especially if you don't like looking yourself naked or if you're in your bleeding cycle, but the feeling of cleanness and freshness might help you. It can also help you wake up, relax your muscles, or calm down to sleep easier later. I'll talk about showers a little more in another video, since it's something that I struggle a lot with. In the same manner, I will talk about bleeding cycles in another video, since the hormonal changes do affect depression, anxiety, and other emotional and mental illnesses. Number 4, exercise. In general, exercises releases many types of hormones that help maintain a good mental health, like endorphins, but it also helps with digestion, oxygen levels, and with the elasticity, endurance, and maintenance of your muscles. You don't need to follow a strict schedule or sports. Just try walking around your house once a day. If having a specific hour it's an issue, you just make it a once a day thing. So it doesn't matter the time you do it, just as long as you do it. And you can slowly increase the time or the distance you do it for, depending on how you feel about it. If you want to, you can follow a sport or a specific type of exercise. There's many videos on YouTube you can follow, like Pilates, yoga, cardio, you name it. Many of them don't require equipment or a gym. And if you, like me, have mobility issues, there's some variations you can follow that will not only allow you to exercise, but might decrease your pain levels too, like yoga in bed. Having a group that exercises with you can also be very helpful. You can find people doing a specific sport, or you can just gather your friends. They can push you to continue on, and if you like healthy competition, that will also give you a boost. You can also play games. If you have a smartphone, you could install Pokemon Go or a Zombie Race, among other games that require you to move around to play the game. You can also make it a scavenger hunt, either alone or with friends. You search locations or items in certain places. The distance and the difficulty can be set by you or your group of friends. And this will also add on the going out. Not your only you're exercising, you are socializing, you're also seeing different places. You can make a point of going to new places. So that is working not only your body, you're also working your mind. And exercising your mind as well as your body is very important to create a good environment inside your system to avoid going into depressive crisis. Number 5, message someone something nice. You might think you needed the reverse option, but sometimes letting other people know how much you care about them can help you remember why you care about them. Have they helped you out once or twice? Were they kind to you? Whether big or small, every moment of kindness is important. It's like those gratefulness lists that remind you you're not alone. So when you're in deep depression, your mind cannot lie to you as easily. Number 6, music. Whether listening, dancing to it, or singing with it, it can help you greatly. The present music can help you cry out whatever hurts. Can help you express all that is festering inside you. But I will recommend you to limit how often and for how long you do it so you don't aggravate the sensation. When when one of my dearest friends passed away and the subsequent anniversaries, I have used a playlist of, you could say, depressive music to be able to outwardly express how I feel about it. It's very hard for me to express my feelings and to allow myself to cry out. So that is helping me not bottle up everything and explode later on, and instead let myself go low, 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 and feel sad and depressed, and allow myself to understand why I feel depressed, why I feel like this. Happy music, obviously, can help you to turn the feeling and lift you up. There's some music that can be quite motivational. Make a list, have it ready, so whenever you need it, it's there. Instrumental music can also help you by giving you a pace to follow. No lyrics to concentrate on, just a set of instruments and your mind. Just free. Number 7, pets or animals in general. Petting a cat or a dog can help you even if they are not yours. And you don't even have to only be it can be a horse, it can be just many kinds of animals. There's many shelters that accept visitors. Go help with cleanup, feed the animals, play with them. You will not only feel a sense of purpose and worth, but you will also feel the unconditional love those creatures can give, as well as their adorable nature. If you can adopt one, or if you already have one, enjoy time with them. There's many studies already that show multiple health benefits like lower stress and anxiety, improve cardiovascular health. Depending on the animal, you can also exercise with them. While they're not a cure, they will help you to prevent a crisis and they will help you to have a reason to recover after having one. Number 8, complete and celebrate the small triumphs. Sometimes we feel worthless or useless because we can't see our accomplishments. But the truth is that we are doing so much and we have to accept the little and the big that we do. The biggest of them all is living. Against all odds, we're still here. We're still trying. It's hard, it's painful, but we are doing it. And there's these small things like brushing your teeth, combing your hair, making a to do list that indeed seem very little. But when your mind is not working properly, it can be very hard. It's like asking a person with a cast to run a marathon. You don't. You let them cure that leg and move slowly at their own pace the same way. We don't need to climb Mount Everest. We just need to put one foot forward and the next will follow at our own pace. Now, it might be hard to recognize them at the beginning, especially since society doesn't help, but make a list. Think what would you say to your friends if they ask you what their little triumphs are? And if you cannot think of any, ask your friends or the people around you what are the little triumphs they find in their life or your life. We do tend to be kinder to others than to ourselves. Number 9. Even if you have been asleep for hours on end, have you been actually resting? Rest is deeply important. It can affect your oxygen levels, your muscles, your digestive system. It can affect your brain, definitely, your nervous system, your immune system. It's related to a lot of illnesses. So, definitely can affect your depression. So, you need to rest in general. So, you don't need to sleep. Just try relaxing your body, your mind. Maybe listen to the sound of waves, rain, soft music, ASMR. Do some yoga in bed, do meditation, avoid social media, turn off the lights, practice Tai Chi. There's many options as well, like idle games that don't require much, or just walking your pet out. Find something that makes your mind and body clear of tension, something a little distracting but not too consuming. If the trouble you have is falling asleep, you can try creating a good environment. Do you need a night lamp? Maybe you need a pajama that's not so constrictive, or maybe you need a heavier blanket. Or maybe your routine is not working for you. Try changing it. Have a shower 1 hour or more before going to bed. Drink something refreshing. Stop watching TV and rest your eyes. Don't try to burn your brain with homework or study for an hour or so before going to bed. Try slowing down your body and your brain so that when you hit the pillow, you actually fall asleep. Maybe listen to some audiobooks or read something. Put on music, not songs, just instruments, so that you're not working out your brain. Maybe one thing will work, maybe you need a few altogether, or maybe different ones work at different times. Don't give up too quickly. Try and try till you find something that works for you. If nothing works, though, don't doubt on consulting with a specialist. There's some physical illnesses, like sleep apnea, that can cause disruption in the sleep cycle, which in turn can cause multiple problems like pain, depression, migraines, even low blood sugar, among others. Number 10. Have you seen a therapist? Depression is a very difficult and painful illness that most times can't be fought alone. Professionals can give you medicine and tools to cope with the feelings. They might not necessarily give you medication, maybe only the tools and the follow ups will help you out. You won't know until you try. There's many organizations that give free services or low-cost services. There's also suicide hotlines, group therapy, and others meant to help you out in a crisis. If you don't feel well with one therapist or they come out as an asshole, don't give up. It took me multiple tries to find someone that actually respected my pronouns and my life. But I did find them. So keep on trying. Number 11. Medicine. Don't doubt taking it. The same way you need antibiotics to cure bacterial infections, you might need medication to regulate the chemicals in your brain. It doesn't have anything to do whatsoever with your strength, with your worth, and it's not your fault. There's nothing you did that made you need the medication. Your brain just needs a push. You wouldn't punish someone for needing antibiotics or painkillers or anything for allergies or fever. The same way, if your brain needs medication, don't deny it, that medication that can help you. Always seek professional help, of course, and update them on how you feel with the medication. Most need from 10 to 30 days to show any results, but they can be quite worth it. If a medication doesn't work, don't quit like me. Many have to try different medications to find one or a combination that helps. It did take me a while. Make sure to schedule to take them, like make a schedule, put alarms, and write down whenever you take them and how you feel. This will help you to keep record of any side effects and can help you to notice if they are actually working or not. Number 12, journaling. Writing a diary or journal can help you in many ways. You can write your thoughts and feelings whenever there's physical symptoms, or you can keep track of your habits to know how much you have changed or what you need to change. This will not only give you an outlet to express what's on your mind or in your heart, but it might help you to figure out what tends to happen before a crisis. Like triggers, memories, actions. It can help you to understand yourself and prepare a strategy to protect yourself and recover. You can also add your medication tracking, the conversation with your therapist, the words of gratitude towards your friends, and the gratitude coming from them. You can also add words of self affirmation from yourself to yourself to remember how much you have accomplished and how much you want to accomplish in the future. Having a list might remind you why you want to fight, like your transition goals, pride events you want to see, places you want to go. Knowing you have dreams can help you to break those down into smaller goals, which in turn you'll break down into small tasks, giving you steps to follow. There's also many journal activities such as challenges like a photo a day or doodle a day or book, manga, movie lists. They are simpler activities, distractions that might improve your day-to-day life. And you can also journal your transition itself. You can so that you remember how much you have changed with all the small and big changes, as well as everything you want in the future. Like putting the bill of the manly deodorant you bought, a lookbook of outfits you want to get, different names you're considering and why, stuff like that. Number 13, clean up your room. Whether it is an actual cleanup or you just move stuff around, rearranging things or making a pile of stuff you don't want to use can give you a sense of control, order, or movement in a moment of distress, and chaos. The change in pace can help you with distraction. You can also find things you want to do and haven't done yet. Within your transition, you can also separate things you want to change in your wardrobe to feel more at ease with yourself. In the same manner, you can redecorate. If you have the economy, you can buy things to change your surrounding into something that lifts you up more. But if not, and even if you do have the economy, I actually recommend DIY stuff. Making things with your hands can make you create a place for you that is yours alone, and you feel safe and at ease in it. Many of the things I have in my room are things I made on my own. That is how I made this place mine. That hat, I made it with cardboard boxes and little pieces of jewelry that were broken. That other box is just a shoebox. Another shoebox, another shoebox, 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 shoebox. Printed stuff, printed stuff. Shoebox, shoebox. And I like it. I really do. So, these are all the recommendations I could gather, but I imagine there's a lot more. If you know some, comment them down below. Making this video was difficult for me because I have been dealing with a bad bout of depression. This list has reminded me of the options, but it also reminded me of how painful this illness is, and that there's no magic cure, just us keeping on trying. So I do hope this video can give someone hope as well as help. And if you feel like harming yourself or like you can't stand it, reach out. I leave links again for emergency lines and groups. You don't have to go through this alone. So, again, I hope the video helps. See ya.